Bada boom. Can you see us? Can you hear us?
We are back.
I think they
Aha.
can. Hello, I am Steak. Welcome to Rebirth from the Ashes, Episode 4, Take 3. If this is the first take that you've seen, you're watching this on YouTube, and I appreciate the support. Please like and subscribe below. There's a dancing cat in the corner now that our editor is going to put in there. Before we get any further, we're going to go ahead and first introduce our wonderful players, starting with my left.
Hi, I am Alpha. I am playing a bard changeling named Sally.
And above her.
Hi, I'm Green. I died last time.
It says Locke, but what it should actually say is
A bunch of question marks.
Deadlock.
Yes.
that's appropriate. All right, so we got that set up. And then last but not least,
I'm Ozzy. I play Idjit, the Rentuki Barbarian.
excellent. If you want any information about their characters, you can exclamation point their name in the chat. Sally, do you want to give us a quick summary of episode 3 for those that didn't catch it on YouTube or live?
Yeah, we were surrounded by 20 men at the start and some orphans. Sally threw Locke under the bus, and Locke started a zombie party. Locke died, then revived. Sally and Idjit ran to go find guards to help with the fight. Then they returned. Locke was missing. Sally and Idjit got questioned and released. They returned home to a note left by Farmer Frank that 2 more children passed away because of vampires. And they went to Frank's part of town. Sally prayed and asked her sigil if Locke was alive. She felt that he was. Frank informed them that Mary lost her children. They rested at Frank's house. Sally woke up and the sigil stopped beating.
Pretty succinct, very good summary. Thank you so much, Sally. So as we are starting off, Sally and Idjit, you guys awaken in the church in the northeastern sector farmland inside the city. The dwarven area with Farmer Frank you were supposed to be protecting. You guys spent the night in the church after realizing or finding out that 2 twins had recently died. The sunlight peeks through the stained glass, broken windows, cascading you guys with a myriad of different colored shadows. What do you guys do?
Sally would get up and wake Idjit up.
I wake up and start scratching my head with my nub, if it's still a nub.
You see that as you wake up, your hands do slowly unbind, and you can finally flex your fingers, and it feels like you haven't been able to stretch them in forever. Your joints sort of ache in your hands.
I start stretching them and then just grab my head and start scratching it like.
For sure.
Sally goes, I would have done that for you if you needed it.
Then I have to hear you call me Fluffy.
I would definitely do that. Then after that, Sally gets a sad look on her face and she goes, I believe Locke has passed.
No. Left him alone and there he goes and dies.
He does. But we need to go figure out this vampire thing.
Is there a way to bottle sunlight?
Not that I know of.
Damn.
That sounds like something an artificer would know a lot about.
Well, about that.
So, what do you guys do?
We're gonna have to go around town and
we need
hang out.
we need to go into town.
Okay. So you guys leave the church, and as you leave the church, you see that The town is sort of in disarray. Half the farmers seem to be like sort of working and definitely falling behind. You can see that there's definitely crops being lost here. You see that there are like some funeral processions still going on. The body's already burnt. Just people trying to mourn in their own ways. It does not look like Mary has been out and about or seen yet. You do see Farmer Frank and three other burly dwarves holding crossbows standing around the front of Farmer Frank's house, holding what looks to be a large piece of paper.
I go over there.
Yeah,
Wanna know
walk
what
over
they're
there,
doing.
see what the paper is.
You look over at it, and Farmer Frank turns and he says, "Alrighty, I was hoping y'all still here. Check out this here writing note they done left on my door last night. It's, I guess it says it's done, but it wants to talk to the human with the ribbon. I don't know what that means. We think it's some type of a weird mystery clue. We're doing everything we can. We're going to start sending people into town and asking about a mysterious woman with a ribbon in her hair. We're going to try and get to the bottom of this and figure out who they're trying to find.
I'll leave.
But we figured, Sally, you might know something about it, because it did describe... Well, it says they got your iron friend. And y'all are the only folks that
Locke.
come to mind. Yeah, Locke, that boy. The fellow with the face shield.
Is there an address?
He hands you the note. And he says, well,
I double read the note.
Sally, you've been paid. If it don't come back here, and I hope you don't take this as disrespectful, but probably be best for folks if they had time to heal. So I'm not saying you need to leave, but you'd probably be suited better off elsewhere. And with that, he gives you sort of a nod and walks out into his field.
She says thank you.
Bye, Farmer Frank.
So I guess we should head back?
Read the note. What does the note say? Is there anything else on the note that Farmer Frank didn't tell us? Since he
I
wants to
read the
talk
note
to you.
again.
So you read over the note, and it says, "We have your friend, man of iron, never slumbers. I have had enough children. Bring me another man of iron. You know where I reside. Find me the girl with the ribbon in her hair. She knows what I hunger for."
So now he wants sacrifices.
Sounds like. So is this the creature that... This has to be the creature of the sewer.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. Because that's where
Alright.
Locke was.
Well, I'm going to start talking to her as I start leaving the village so they don't hear any of our conversation.
Yeah, I'm gonna head back to the house. To just start off the day.
Okay, you guys head back to the house with no issue. It's just about an hour walk back to where your guys' house is, the HQ, the Arcana Adventurers. When you get back, you see that the house looks just the way you left it. You unlock it, go on inside. What do you do next?
Did it say girl with ribbon or human with ribbon?
It said girl with the ribbon in her hair.
Sally, didn't you tell me to watch something of yours, like your handkerchief?
And Sally, don't you normally wear some type of thing in your hair, regardless of what form you take?
Yeah, there's always typically a hair bow, yes.
Okay.
So it's probably definitely talking about me.
Well, I mean, it said it got our Tin Man. Right?
Yeah.
I think we're the only ones with a Tin Man friend.
Yeah,
Well,
we don't have another Tin Man to feed it.
do we even know what Luck was? Do we only know him in his suit?
Locke, had you ever showed your actual identity to Idjit or Sally?
Nope.
No, you guys would just know him as a large man in iron. You've known him for probably about 3-4 years now.
So we don't even know what he was, except the. So how about we just go grab a human knight and take him with us?
So we're gonna sacrifice people now?
I don't know.
That's what you're offering here to sacrifice
Can we
someone.
trade him? Can we trade him for Locke?
Locke is dead.
But hear me out. Maybe we can trade a human knight for him.
For who? For Locke?
For Locke.
Locke is dead. Locke is gone.
As you are arguing the semantics of what possibly this note could mean and what avenue to move forward with, you guys hear a knock at the front door.
Sally would go answer it.
Okay, Green, would you like to describe and then introduce your character?
Sure. So what's gonna be standing at the door is just about like a 6'2" human guy, just your standard average black hair, green eyes, as average as you can make it. You wouldn't be able to pick him out in a crowd kind of guy. Just slightly toned, only in a tank top and like some like flowy sweat pants kind of deal. And he is Grant. His name's Grant.
Welcome, Grant.
Sally goes, "Hi, how can I help you?"
So, I saw you at the commotion last night.
We may or may
And
not have been there.
I had a few questions that I don't think the gods are gonna ask.
Mm-hmm.
Mind if I come in and we have a conversation?
Sally turns around to Idjit. She goes, "Last time we let a human in here, he tried to rip us off." Rip us off.
Tried to. Remember, tried to.
She turns around.
I got some anger if needed, so.
She turns around. She goes,
Ha-
"Come in and be careful. What you say."
How would asking you questions whip you off? That doesn't make sense.
Don't know. Don't trust humans.
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
Come in.
Yeah, I'll just walk inside.
She shuts the door and locks it, just in case.
Okay, so just to be frank, what the fuck happened?
There was a fight. Zombies happened, and yeah,
But how? There was a big explosion.
Somebody must have died.
Who had a bomb?
Sally and
I don't know if
Idjit.
he had. I don't know if he had a bomb per se.
Sally and Idjit, I want you both to roll me a deception check right now. And Grant, I would like a perception check from you. Oh my
Guess
goodness.
11.
10.
ooh, 12.
Yes.
It's a little suspicious the way they're talking, but I mean, nothing here really stands out of place. Like, you wouldn't know how this explosion happened either, so you've got as many questions as you do lack of leads.
We weren't
Okay,
fully
fair
there
enough.
when everything happened.
There's no
Okay,
saying
were you
he
there
had a
before it
bomb.
happened?
Like, he had rocks that made loud noises.
But then how did people die?
We don't know. We weren't there.
I mean, you were there enough to go get guards.
How did you know what happened?
I fucking live there.
Live where?
On that fucking street. You guys
There was
whooped the
no
fuck
one
out of me.
around.
So if you live there,
Did you
Then why
not
you
see all
asking
the
us
people
questions?
watching you with the crowd? Y'all aren't perceptive, are you?
bro, there was a lot of things going on, sir. Like, I was still angry about being called having to be somebody's pet and fluffy. So,
Look down. Who the fuck would have you as a pet? No offense.
I don't know, but people try.
Weirdos. Anyway. So, do you have any leads I might search to be like, why the fuck there was a big explosion and a bomb and people dying in my shit? Because that fucks up my work. You know that, right?
No, because I don't know your job.
And I mean, fuck up anybody's work if people are dying and zombies are there.
What do you do?
Well, whatever the fuck I want, really. I would have been part of that crowd there, but they didn't go get me.
So you were there.
No, I was in my house. They just didn't go up and knock on my door. You know how close? Like, I was only like
What else would you like
8
to ask from
buildings
us?
down from the explosion. And
So
I
you live
saw
there?
you guys. Yes, I established this like 12 times
Have there
already.
been any
Anyway.
weird noises or things coming out of the grate?
Go ahead and make me a perception check and a history check, Grant.
This him?
Yes.
Okay, that's another 10 for my perception check.
Mm-hmm.
A 13 for my history check.
For your history check, you know that the alleyway that you picked specifically because it was abandoned and there was less people in that area. And with a 10 perception check, you would notice and be annoyed by the fact that there have definitely been more people around your area.
More people around like that area coming in?
Yes, like normally people wouldn't even come into that alleyway, but over like the last, I don't know, month, you've seen like groups of people coming into that neighborhood and in that alleyway at all times of night and day. And sometimes they just like look around and leave. Sometimes they like go and they're gone. Like for like this group was you watched go in, we're gone for like 12 hours and then came back out. So like you've definitely noticed like weird comings and goings that didn't used to happen.
I mean, now I imagine it, there has been a lot of weird fucks going into that alley. Sometimes they go into the crate for some reason and just don't come out for a while.
How long ago did that start?
Couple months.
Nat 20, baby. Alpha,
Yes.
you get Sally, you get an incredible migraine. As you guys look, you see blood squirt out of Sally's eyes as her body collapses to the ground.
Oh, cute.
What the fuck?
Fuck.
Idjit, Grant, you see this happen in front of you, and it is pretty mind-blowing. She just collapses. We're going to switch to Sally. Sally, you're back in the tunnels. You're back in the sewer. You're by yourself, but everything is well lit with torches. You look down, and all of your gear is still there, and you reach towards your face and your eyes, and there is no blood, but you are alone, and you are in the sewers. You hear a voice call out, and it says, "I've already got your friend. Don't
Yeah,
you
what do
want to
you
see
want?
him again?"
He's dead. What do you want from me?
Why don't you come join us?
He's dead. I'm not gonna join him.
He will never slumber.
Why, you turned him into a zombie?
I offered him a choice.
Yeah?
He misses you, Sally, girl with the ribbon in her hair. He tells me things. I've heard new words that I never knew before. What is the Burrows? Are there more people there?
There might be.
How many are you willing to bring me?
0.
0. You hear a large commotion come from the end of the sewer hallway, like maybe so far away, but the echoes and the reverberations quickly bring the sound to you. It sounds like the maybe metal scraping against a stone wall. And there's no such thing as 0. I will eat. You can pick who's eating, or I can come to the burrows and start to eat.
What are you?
He tells me they don't care about the burrows. He tells me people won't come look.
Well, if you take too many people from the burrows, they will need to come look.
They
Because
let
you're
me
in a...
eat the children of the dwarves. And who did they send? You? Too weak to save anyone. Too weak to save your friends. Hiding in your home. Why don't you just join me and get the power you need to make some changes? Perhaps
What
there's
power would
people...
that be?
Oh, I have so much power to offer you.
What would I become?
What do you want to become, young Sally? Gifted with the birth to change forms, but having no form of her own. Who are you really, Sally? What do you want to become? And Sally, your eyes flutter open, and you see Idjit and Grant looking above you, almost panicked. Idjit, she's only out for like 5 seconds, but there is blood that is like leaking out of her nose, eyes, ears, and she looks pale white.
Like I'm like taking my or whatever kind of cloth I can find to kind of like see if I can stop the bleeding. Like
It's not like still bleeding,
yeah, or like wipe it up.
but you're
try to
definitely like
clean-
cleaning her up. And as you're cleaning her up, Sally, you come too. Idjit's on top of you with a cloth, dabbing at your face. You see plenty of
Okay.
blood on the cloth. You have a pounding
That's cute.
headache.
What happened?
She get
Where'd
up,
you go?
I go to the bathroom, clean off her face.
Sally gets up immediately without saying a word, goes to the bathroom, and you guys hear the water turn on. Grant and Idjit, it is just you two in the room. Idjit, you
no,
have...
I'm right behind her. Like, what the fuck happened?
Sally tries to go into the bathroom. Yeah, Idjit is pushing his way in there with you, Sally. Grant, you are alone in their headquarters in the front room.
I just scratch my head confused, like, what? And I'll just shout behind them, I'm guessing that's not normal.
No, that's why why do you think I'm not letting her go by herself? Like, what happened? What happened, Sally?
Once her face is washed, she goes, to be honest, I don't fucking know what just happened. I was in the sewers.
What do you mean you were in the sewers? You were on the floor.
I might have been physically on the floor, but I was in the sewers.
Man, all that blood loss might have made you crazy.
Why
Sally
would you
turns
go in
to
the sewers?
Sally turns to the corner that she always stares at, and she goes, he thinks I'm crazy now? He's been with me for multiple years.
It just gets reiterated every once in a while, okay? Okay, so you were in the sewers. What happened? What did you see, hear, smell, touch, lick, insert? I don't know what.
I talked to someone. Didn't catch his name.
Well,
I'm
what did he say?
assuming that he has Locke. He said that he had Locke. Locke is dead, and he has Locke.
That's it? Like, you know
he
Locke is dead. Like,
he wants us to sacrifice people from
will
the
he get him
burrows.
back? Oh, no, not from the burrows. That's our home. These are our people. No.
He said that he can come and get them, or I can choose.
Mm.
He said that they didn't do anything about the kid. That they wouldn't stop him.
Over my dead body.
Well, that's probably what's gonna happen. We are not strong enough to take this on.
Bullshit. I was beating the shit out of that vampire. He just barely got away from me.
Yeah, this is more powerful than. Did you not see me on the floor?
Vampire? What fucking vampire?
I guess we go back to the main area.
I poked my head around. Oh, no vampire.
You said vampire.
Hold
and you
up.
said it
Go
was
ahead
your
and roll
kids.
me a
What the
deception
fuck?
check with disadvantage, Idjit. Jesus Christ.
There was definitely not a vampire. Don't know what you're talking about.
Also you now. Double disadvantage the deception checks.
10.
28.
Sally really sounds like she has no idea about a vampire, but Grant, go ahead and roll me your perception. You might be real perceptive. I don't know.
Get like a 2.
12.
12? What did you get, Idjit?
10.
Idjit might know something about a vampire, though. He did not look shocked at all.
At this point, no motherfucker. I heard you say vampire.
Okay.
I heard it.
Okay.
I have good ears.
Okay. So, in the farmlands, the dwarven farmlands, there was a creature taking kids. We went and we fought the creature. It turned out being a vampire, but it barely got away.
Fuck. Wonder I didn't hear about it. Shit.
Yeah, it's because it was in the
That's not
dwarven
good.
land.
What do
You
you
guys don't
mean?
care about
No
him.
wonder why you didn't hear about it. What didn't hear about what?
Vampire. I'm assuming I wouldn't have heard of it because it was over there. I don't get much news from over there. I mean, it's sad, but
Yeah, because
I
you
mean, I
guys
know
don't
we
care
need the
about him.
guys. I know we need all of them. I mean, I know we need them, but that doesn't help the fact that I can't do anything about it. But yeah,
Okay.
so vampire. That means if it's in there, it could get through. Shit.
If it's
I'm
in where,
assuming
could get through
You
what?
don't know where to find it. Get through the wall. If it got through the outer wall and it's in here, it's only a very small like leap of logic to assume that it could probably also find a way into the other wall and get everybody else.
It lives there.
Oh, the last thing we
Wait,
had
lives where?
on it was the inn, the bar where Locke
It
started the
lives
fight.
in the wall.
Oh, so y'all
What
that
was the name
started
of that
that?
bar?
So what are you guys planning to do?
Probably figure out what he knows more. This guy. Sorry. What all he knows.
What do you
Brad?
know about fight clubs?
Roll me a history check with advantage.
This campaign doesn't like me. 7.
A 7? Yeah, you know about some very, very basic fight clubs because you've gotten drunk at bars before and gotten in fights and gotten invited to do like some small amateur stuff. But you've always won your fights so quickly and so unentertainingly that you never really made it past sort of like that first bracket of Fight Club. But you do know a place called the Muds.
Was it the Muds?
Yeah, the Muds. It's a little fight club that they organize down in the abandoned part of your town.
No, I questioned that to them. Where's it, the Muds?
What was the name of it, Sally? You're the one that had the note.
It's not
You're
the
the-
buds.
You're the one that had the piece of paper.
I'm looking for information on the Black Blood Pit.
Grant, you would know that the Black Blood Pit is like championship level fight club. and it's also incredibly illegal and very expensive. You've never been there, and you're not. You know that it's not a myth, because you have met like some fighters before that have claimed to have been there, but you have no idea where it is.
Okay, I know that one. I've never been. That's for those elite guys to actually make it through all the other ones. Uh, I'm not entertaining enough to be up there with those fuckers, apparently. But
So what I'm hearing
I know
is that you've been in fights before.
I don't know where it is.
But wait.
Oh yeah, I fight all the time.
So if you
we
were
happen
more
to know where it
entertaining,
is, and we take you since you
Oh, I
didn't
have no idea where it
fight,
is.
But what if we happen to have an idea of where it might be?
Doesn't mean we're getting in.
And we're one step closer with you.
I would say, Grant, now that you're thinking about it, you would know that the guy who runs the Muds, his name is Jimmy. And if you knew anybody who'd have any contact, it would be Jimmy.
Well, no.
do you want to help
Might
us?
know a guy.
Well, you want to help us get
Well,
in?
I mean, if it's... Wait, why are you trying to find a fight club for a vampire?
Do you want to help us get in?
Yes, but I'm
Okay.
trying to figure out why I'm confused.
It dropped a
You
note.
gotta give me a bit. Gotta work with me a bit.
It dropped a note. The note said
Drop a note.
black blood pits.
When we were fighting the vampire left a note behind, dropped
Left
it
it,
on his
drop
way
it.
out, and that's what the note said.
Oh, that's weird. Why would that be on a note?
He might be a fighter. We don't know.
We don't know.
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna go ask my friend.
Can I come along?
Do you have a way into the human? Do you have passes?
We might be able to get some.
Our id
I
was
mean, you can
long.
try. I don't know. I'm not good enough to get in there. Like they don't know me good enough to get you in. So you might have to figure it out yourself.
You guys would know, like, before lock, you guys would just pay to get in. It was usually
Yeah.
like 50 gold piece a head.
We can get in. At
We
least
can
I
get
can.
in. We can get in. Like,
It's just expensive because you guys haven't completed a job that paid in cash in a while. So I'm going to ask you guys, first of all, Grant, how much gold does your character own?
Did I still get the gold that we started with last time?
Nah.
Oh, then nothing.
Roll a d20 times 4. Idjit, how much money do you have left? Because I have been keeping
Yeah.
track of the money that y'all have
200
spent on
gold.
stuff. 200?
mm-hmm.
Sally?
I'm 150.
Okay. I've just been trying to keep track.
All I bought
44.
was the Warhammer.
44 gold pieces, Mr. Grant. All right, sounds good.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, we can get in. Can I come with? Can we come with?
Don't say anything. And maybe.
Like,
What I heard is a
like
yes.
when
We're
we're
going.
there. Don't say. Okay. Yeah. I
Yes.
can be quiet.
Yeah. Yes.
Sally does her hair differently. She puts it up in a bun because it takes off the bandana.
Okay, so you're not going to have the ribbon in your hair right now?
No, she picks out a different bow and puts it in.
And are you in your normal satyr form?
No, I am in human form.
You're going to go human again. Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
So she wouldn't even need to pay the money. Only I would.
Uh,
But I'm her pet.
so you guys make it to the gate. Sally's used this human form plenty of times before. So they would still recognize her as somebody who's in and out of the burrows pretty often, and also with you, Idjit. So doing your normal little sort of like money handoff, there's definitely not as much like they don't actually want to talk to you guys. Like they sort of always wanted to talk to Locke because Locke was able to do things for them and had been for so long. So for you guys, it's more of just like a money changing hands type deal, and they give you guys the passes, and you guys are let in.
All right, we're with you. Where are we going?
That way, and I start walking.
All right, so
towards
Follow-
Grant starts leading the way, sort of the direction that you guys went from last time. It's definitely in the abandoned part of town. Grant, you would know that there's a bar there called the Mud Flaps. And the Muds is when the Mud Flap closes, they close the doors, and anybody in there is allowed to, bet on fights, and people inside are allowed to fight. You got to have money, and they got to recognize you, know who you are. And Grant, you show up drunk quite often. You win most of your fights there. You've gotten beat up a couple times because you've gone there too fucked up to fight, and it just turned into a bad night. But that's always been sort of like part of your cycle. So they're definitely used to seeing you around there.
all right. I go in, instantly go up to the bar, grab a drink.
Okay, you guys see Grant walks into what looks to be an abandoned building, almost like an abandoned old industrial building. You see there are a couple humans laying around outside that look like they could be homeless or they could be drunk. But as soon as he swings the door open, you guys do hear the faint sound of human music and like glasses being hit together, the simple noises of any tavern. You guys see Grant confidently walks in, sits down at the bar. The bartender, Jimmy, immediately walks up to you, Grant, and says, "Oi, Grant, you here to get a little plastered? Maybe knock some heads later?" And he brings you a beer.
All right. Oh, I'm keeping it short tonight, but I'll definitely knock some heads for you.
Yeah, it'd be real. Oi, what the fuck is that thing? And you see he points over your shoulder and points directly at Idjit. Like the music stops for a second and a bunch of humans just turn around Idjit and they're staring at you. And most of them look like...
What, you got a problem with me?
I just shout, "Oi, go back to your shit. He's cool."
Roll persuasion.
14.
You see most of the humans sort of like mind their own business and start like looking a different way and go back to doing what they were doing. You see there is a large human in the corner. He does not stop staring at you, Idjit. He's probably like 6'2", probably the same height as Grant, but much, much wider, much, much more brawny. He's a very thick, very strength-based individual. Idjit, after people start looking away from you, he spits in your direction at the ground and continues to stare at you.
I'll fuck him up.
Do I see
Grant,
this?
oh yes, Sally, everybody sees this. Grant, Jimmy automatically goes back to his conversation with you after people seem to like start paying less mind. But we're gonna let Idjit respond, of course, first. Idjit, do you have a response?
You had a problem with me? What, is it because I'm small?
No.
As soon as you said you got a problem with me, the guy stands up and he says, "You don't belong in our bar. What are you?"
Yo, Your mama knew what I was last night.
Roll for initiative. You see his eyes roll up and he just starts yelling. And we were going to roll for initiative because Idjit cannot go into any bar in town.
I got a nat 20.
So did I. Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! Roll
I
off.
have advantage. I have advantage though. That was on my first roll
Why do you have advantage?
because of one of my feats.
I hate your feet. Well, roll again. It's
Roll
not
off?
going to beat a nat 20, so it's a roll off anyway.
Okay.
Gosh. All right, what'd you get?
14.
You beat me. I got a 10. He immediately gets angry, stands up, and starts moving into your direction, like pushing other humans out of the way. However, you're so quick on your shit, so quick on the gun, that you immediately react faster. What would you like to do? You hear Sally in the background say, "No, don't do it."
Yeah, that's what you're saying. Stop it.
But this is 6 seconds. So what are you doing in your time, Idjit?
I'm gonna rage.
Okay. As you're yelling for him to stop, so you see Idjit's just like.
And I'm gonna charge him and just swing with my hand.
With your hand, open hand
I'm
or
not-
closed hand?
I'm gonna slap.
You're gonna go and slap this guy? Roll to hit.
Pistol! Your pistol! You slap his.
A 9.
A 9? A 9 actually misses. You go up and do like a little bunny hop to try to get high enough into the air to slap his face. And that is going to miss. He's going to try and kick at you, and he... Oh,
Don't I get 2? I get 2 attacks.
roll again. Excuse me. I'll pick this 2 back up and roll it again on his turn.
That's fine. I'll take my 24.
A 24 definitely hits.
That's for 5.
For 5. Okay.
Yeah.
You shake him, like you hit him really hard with this second attack, and he stumbles a little bit and then yells back, and he's going to swing. Does a 16 hit you?
No.
Okay, he's going to take a swing with his hand. Oh, does an 18 hit you?
Meets.
Okay, so he kicks out at you, and you deftly and quickly move out of the way. Dice tower. Dice tower. All I've had is a D20 out this whole time because I haven't hit anybody. And with that second blow, he just barely hits you for 2 hit points as he reaches over and hits you. Sally, I'm going to let you take a turn before I let the crowd take a turn. Go ahead.
I want to just pick him up and run, but I know he's not gonna like that.
So what would you like to do?
Let me read what this does again.
Okay, I'm going to let the crowd go ahead. Idjit, you hit this guy. He hits you back. People start cheering. You see 3 dudes immediately run to the front of the tavern and throw a large, like 4x4 over the door, barring it closed. And the rest sort of circle up. Nobody's jumping in, but they're sort of like circling around you, and they're starting to chant, "Mud, mud, 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 mud." Grant, you hear the chant. Apparently, a fight has already started. You turn around and see that Idjit is in the middle of a circle of men with this massive human man, and they are already in a fight. Grant, is there anything you'd like to do?
Jimmy, who's collecting? Jimmy, who's collecting today? I got 3 on the.
You see, he points down. He points down to a old, almost ancient dwarven man sitting at the end of the bar, and he has this big book in front of him, and he's flipping pages, and he's already writing down. You see, people are running up to him with gold coins, silver coins, whatever they can put up.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over and then I'm gonna put 3 gold down on Idjit.
Okay, so Grant puts 3 gold down on Idjit. Sally, you sort of have a panic and you just freeze as everything is going on around you. Last on initiative before the next round, what would you like to do?
She's gonna sit at the bar. She's over this. She's just gonna sit down.
As all this happens around Sally, she accepts it and goes to sit down at the bar. Jimmy approaches you and offers you a beer.
She says thank you and she takes it.
He goes, Ben's that way, toots. And he gets back to work, spitting in a glass and cleaning it out. I am now going to remove Sally and Idjit, or Sally and Grant from the combat initiative. And at the end of a round, if there's something you guys would like to do, I will come to you guys before I move to the next round. However, Idjit, top of initiative, you're squared up with this big fucking guy. It's your turn.
I'm still in rage, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna attack again.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
It's 24, but I'm gonna attack recklessly.
You have to claim you're attacking recklessly before you go ahead and give me
Okay.
that dice total, buddy.
That's fine. It's 24.
Okay, that is a hit.
for another 5. That's 1.
Okay.
Another 24.
That you definitely hit. Roll hit damage.
It's 5. I don't have a die on it. It's just 5.
Holy shit. Okay, so you are just pummeling this guy 5 at a time. He's definitely you bust his lip open. It starts bleeding a little bit as you're smacking him still. So you're just smacking this massive guy, and he is starting to bruise and bleed around the face. He is going to attempt to drop kick you. And then he misses horribly. He's going to get up, losing half of his movement, and use his second attack to try to uppercut you from the floor up. Does a 17 hit? Nope, you said 18.
No.
He misses. You guys see Idjit is holding his own. He's smacking this guy up. He was failing to hit him back. Sally and Grant, do you have an action to take?
She sips her drink.
Punch his dick in.
Okay, you guys are talking shit, enjoying your drink. Top of initiative, Idjit.
You want more? You
Wait.
want more?
This man goes, "You're not supposed to be in my bar. This was for the humans!" He's putting his hands up into the air and he's cheering. Are you giving up your spot in the initiative order?
No. No.
Take your action.
I'm gonna swing.
Okay.
24. Bro, it is
What the
rolled
fuck?
17 4 times in a row.
Okay, yeah, you hit again.
19.
And a 19 also hits. So boom,
For,
boom.
That's 10. My bonus action, I'm gonna bite.
You're gonna bite him? Okay, you go to bite. Roll to hit.
15.
A 15 misses. You hit him twice, and you're sort of like stunning him a little bit, definitely dazing him. You're just dropping bombs on this guy. You go to bite him, and he goes, "Ew, this fucking disgusting creature's biting. Jump him." Nobody actually sort of reacts. He looks around desperately, and he's like, "Oh, fuck this." And he's going to try and kick at you twice just to get you away from him. He's starting to look scared a little bit. That is a miss. This is getting retired for now. We're going to give you the glitter sparkle surprise. Let's see how that works. Come on, glitter sparkle. Fuck you, glitter sparkle. You're also retired. He is kicking, just panicking, moving backwards, almost falling over as you are just like walking this guy down. Sally and Grant, any actions from you guys?
No.
Woo!
Grant, you are the only one who's cheering. The humans are just like, just like jaws dropped, watching this tiny little fucking Rentuki walk down and beat the shit out of this tall ass, grown man. Idjit, you're up, bro.
Still wanna go?
He goes, "I ain't hear no fucking bell."
14 misses?
14 is a miss.
Nope, that's 2 misses.
As he says, "I hear no bell," you hear some of the humans go, "Yeah, get him, Brock, get him." He starts to like chip up a little bit. Where is a new D? All right, we're gonna give you Pinkie Pie. Okay, does a 22 hit?
Yes.
All right, he's gonna fucking cross elbow you one time. He's gonna take another swing with the other elbow, and it is a nat 20. The pink dice are here to stay, bro. Fuck it. Never mind. That's not professional. Oh my. Okay. So we'll do the normal hit first. He's only gonna hit you for 2 hit points again as he hits you with that elbow, and then with a 62% is a massive hit. He whips around and he launches his right leg at your midsection, but because of how tall you are, he just connects right with your face. And you're going to take 12 hit points as he just crushes you across the face with a massive kick. The humans start cheering from the crowd. He looks a little bit more confident. Sally, Grant, any actions from you guys?
Drinking my drink.
Sally continues drinking. Grant, what do you do?
Woo!
Grant's just still cheering. Idjit, you're up. This guy's sort of like juking back and forth now. He looks a lot more confident.
Mm-hmm.
You done, little thing?
No.
You try to bite
gonna
me
be-
again, I'm gonna rip those teeth out of you. What are you doing, little guy?
I swing. I'm not. Nope. 14 misses.
Hey, you dodges, weave.
13.
A 13 also misses. He starts moving around. You guys see the humans start getting a little bit more rowdy. That is a miss. 17 to hit.
Nope.
And a 7 to hit.
No.
As he's moving around, he's throwing like some very weak punches at you that you're easily moving out of range of, and he's missing. You can tell he's obviously a big guy, and he's starting to get a little tired. Grant and Sally, I'm assuming y'all are going to continue drinking. Unless y'all put a hand up,
Yep.
I'm going to assume I know what y'all are doing. Idjit, you're up, bro. He's still moving with you.
I'm gonna attack recklessly.
Okay, you guys see Idjit just goes into a blind rage and leaps forward.
Nat 20.
Okay, but doesn't attacking recklessly mean you roll twice?
But if with an advantage. So whatever the advantage is, the advantage would be the nat 20, right?
You get disadvantage when you get attacked back. Okay, roll your
Yeah.
percentage. Got you. This would be considered a blunt weapon. Give me them percentage.
Yeah. 55.
Dude, that is a massive hit. So it's 5 times 3. It's just triple damage. You hit him. Dude, okay, go ahead. Do you want to kill him or
No.
incapacitate him?
Incapacitate.
Describe his incapacitation because you have knocked him the fuck out.
So I as I'm blind going at him, I just kind of like jump and just boom on his face, like my just pause straight down to smash him in the face and just whap.
Okay, so it jumps upon Brock, the big man, and just starts raining down Rentuki blows on this guy's face until he stops moving. The whole bar goes quiet for a little bit. And then Grant cheers, and the rest of the humans cheer too. And you see people put their hands up. People are coming and bringing you like drinks and shit. The bar goes back to normal. This is gonna be up to you on how you take it, but they're sort of treating you like a little mascot.
Ooh.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. They're giving you
I'm gonna walk
alcohol.
over to Sally. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk over to Sally.
Sally,
Like,
Idjit
fuck
walks
that
up
dude.
to you. He's bruised up. He's got like this giant bruise across his face where he got kicked. Grant, you get 10 gold pieces back. You made a little bit of money because nobody thought Idjit was going to be able to fight a grown-up because they just thought he was a small little creature. Idjit, you're not really being left alone though. Like, even now that you're back at Sally, like, there's a group of people just crowding around you and they're asking you questions like, why did you try to bite that guy, dude? Where are you
This is what I
from?
do.
How were you born? Where do you live? They're asking you, like, all the questions you don't like, but they're not doing it in, like, a mean way. They just
I
seem, like,
know.
super interested in you, and they're
The sad part
probably
is,
not
in
going
my
to stop
head, the
bothering
only
you.
way to answer these questions would be, where was I born? Your mom's house.
So you're just going to be rude back to these people if they bother you. They love it. They're into it. It's not making them go away. They're calling you the Little Terror. Moving to Grant. Grant, what are you doing? You see that Idjit has drawn a crowd, and they're loving on him real hard.
I just go like this to the ground. See, I told you he was cool.
You hear like a little cheer comes up from the crowd.
And then
Great.
I look for what'd you say his name was?
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
The-
Jimmy.
Jimmy's the bartender and the guy who knows about things, right?
Yeah. This is his whole little fucking operation. He's the bartender. He gets the kickbacks from the bookie. He runs the muds after dark. And he, makes sure his street is pretty much protected and well taken care of.
I'm gonna call Jimmy over. Jim, hey,
Oh, that little wildebeest you brought in here fights like a little Tasmanian devil, don't he?
Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking, Grant?
I knew it.
Let's get them liquored up and throw them in the muds. Come on,
Oh,
Grant. It'll
good
be like
idea.
old times. We'll throw him in the muds. How well do you know this guy?
I just met him.
Dude, we'll set
You
him
see
up.
that thing on his
We'll
back?
set him up for a crazy fight. We'll put all the odds against him. He just took out Brock. I'll put a fucking bear in there, man. You know how much money we can make tonight? Who gives a fuck? No one's gonna
Where'd
come
you
looking
get a
for him.
bear?
Nobody even knows what the fuck he is.
Hold on. Before I get too excited, I might need him for something. So I can't do that yet. But I might need him for something, and once I'm done, then we could do it.
And you'll bring him back, and we'll run him through the muds, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are
That's
you
only-
here for
that's only
then?
if I don't-
If you're not
that's
here to
only if I need
fight,
him.
what are you here for?
I might be here to fight, but I also have some questions.
You're gonna fight in the muds?
I look up. Depending on how the answers go, I might have to. Just hold on. Miss Sally lady,
Yeah, she turned her
there.
head. She was listening.
can I have that paper?
She hands it over.
And this is the paper with the information about like the fight club and stuff.
Yeah, the black blood plate pits.
He goes, "Oh, hey, where did you get this?" He takes it, he folds it up, he puts it in his pocket.
Give it back.
No, young lady.
Sally,
Good thing I
we
memorized
don't need that
it.
anymore.
Do you say that out loud?
No.
Okay. Yeah, he takes it away
So
from
I
you and he
brought-
puts it in his pocket and he goes, "Mate, where did you get this? There's deep waters
why-
under this city, Grant."
And I think some of them are rising.
What's that got to do with me?
I
As
think
long as the drinks are pouring and I got dumb drunks here fighting, Jimmy's making good money. Jimmy don't see any problems. Jimmy don't see no trouble. Jimmy's clean.
I think it has something to do with all that commotion the last night.
Well, I definitely don't like seeing commotion. Definitely not on my part of town. What, are you doing something about it? You with these guys?
They're my best lead so far, and they found this, and this led to them finding out some devious doings.
Look, man, the only way I'm going to get you up to that type of fight is if you got a fighter that I can promote to enter into it.
What
Grant,
about
Grant, you're
the
worn
small
out.
one? What about the small one?
The Tiny
What
Terror?
about him?
Mm-hmm. Would he get us there?
Sally, I'm only going to tell you this because you know we're all... We can take this guy and we can just put him in fights. And when he's done, he probably don't know what money is. We'll get him a little bit. We'll take the rest back. We'll put it into the bar. We'll feed him good. We'll try and find him a little muppet his size. We'll try to figure out something. We'll take real good care of it.
Would it get us to where we need to be?
If it can do that in the muds, we might could get you a fight.
Wait, I'm standing right next to all of them.
No,
Because I
you're
walked up to-
surrounded by
Idjit, you're here. You're hearing.
No, because I walked up to Sally.
Sally had
Hold up.
to walk away to get away. If I didn't describe that properly, Idjit, you are surrounded by fans right now. You're doing your own fucking thing.
Okay.
I don't know where you guys found this little monster, but I want 10 more of them. And I'd pay if we could figure out a good thing. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I got you, Jimmy.
But for now,
Just
we got that little fucker here. He ain't too hurt. Doctor him up a little bit. Give him a couple beers. We'll throw him out back tonight. Come on, Grant. You know how much fun it is? He'll be all right, probably. And if you lose him, who's going to look?
I would.
Well, if you believe in your boy.
They're invested.
Well, if you're investing and trying to get all the way up, maybe you should start investing here first.
I'd have to talk to.
Now, if you don't mind, I got other patrons to serve, Grant. And he's going to go back and get back to work.
Okay, I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go up to Idjit and his adoring fans.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll move out the way. I need my man back.
I'm going with Grant.
Roll persuasion or intimidation, your choice. With the way you said it, I'm going to say persuasion, because that wasn't, it sounded like you weren't trying to be intimidating.
No, I'm just trying to shoo them away.
Yeah, so we'll do persuasion.
12.
Pink die. I got a 13. They don't seem to pay you any mind. They're still rapid firing questions at Idjit.
Sally goes, "Get the fuck out of the way."
Roll for intimidation, Sally.
19.
You just hear, you see the guys just sort of like give you guys space, and they look for a little bit, trying to like vibe out the situation, but they like really take Sally in and decide they don't want nothing to do with it, and they fuck back off to what they were doing before.
Are they going?
I'm gonna
Yeah, y'all are good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm like,
I'm gonna put a beer on the counter for Idjit,
You see Grant gives you a beer.
and then
on the counter that's made for humans, and I'm fucking 3 foot.
Do you want me to
there's
pick
a
you up and
seat.
put you in the
I'm-
chair?
They've got like stools. They have like bar stools.
I climb up the bar
It's for you
stool
to sit on the
there.
stool so we could talk face to face.
I climb up onto the bar and sit on the bar with my beer now.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Idjit.
What?
Got a question for you.
Your mom? is the
how would
How
you
you
feel-
feel about fighting?
How would you feel? Yeah, how would you feel about fighting a bunch of dudes?
I mean,
Or a bear.
And maybe a bear
why would I fight a bear?
Why not? Entertainment?
to be entertaining.
I don't fight for entertainment,
So-
guys.
Well, that's what we need right
Hold
now.
up. Hold up. Let me explain the situation. So the only way to get to where we need to go is to make you as entertaining as fuck in a fight, and good in a fight, so that they would want to take you and bring you in.
So you're saying I have to fight more humans?
And maybe not humans. Yes. If it helps, most of them will make fun of you before the fight.
They'll call you cute and cuddly. So you'll have a reason to fight them.
But this is the only way to get.
Yes.
Fuck, I guess.
Cool.
Great. Saves Society Terror.
Oh boy.
So, do you want to do it sober or not?
I need to be semi sober. Like I can't be drunk and.
I mean, I can, but anyway, that's not me.
Can I just take my warhammer and swing my warhammer, or is this fist fighting, or
No, it's pugilism,
what?
fisticuffs. Bop, 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 bop.
Gotcha. Can I get a band-aid or something to like?
Oh yeah, no, we could patch you up.
All right. Where do I
I
have to
check them
fight?
out, see what I can do.
Okay, how many hit points are you missing out of your total?
16.
Yeah, so I mean he has a pretty good injury across his face.
Got booted in the face. Like
I go bandage him up and do the best I can.
We want to go outside. I'll heal you, but we ain't doing it
No.
in the tavern.
Sally, you know better. We don't do magic on each other. What do you know?
I give that a side eye and just ignore that comment.
They'll have two of us in the muds.
Nope, I don't fight.
Okay, so what do
I
you
sit-
guys do? You're just
I
getting
sit there
drunk?
and sip on my beer. I sip on my beer, like not
And I'm gonna
because I'm trying to keep
bandage
my
up
wits about me.
Idjit.
Okay, so y'all are gonna bandage you up. You're gonna take like a short rest, right? So you can roll those 2
Yeah.
hit dice back. Y'all got so smart, not casting magic in the middle of giant taverns anymore. Wow, I'm so
What
impressed
do
with
you
you guys.
mean? I'm about to.
No, you're not.
No, he's gonna heal fine.
The fact that I have to like argue that. Oh, I wish I remember what my hit die was.
But I mean, I'm pretty much waiting on you guys when you're ready. And done rolling. You see Jimmy is waiting at the other side of the bar. Time is passing. People are drinking. And unless you guys start a fight with somebody, they're probably not going to start a fight with you guys. So you guys are sort of just good.
All right.
Jimmy does keep looking over at you, Grant.
I give him a thumbs up.
You see, he gets a big smile on his face, and he gives you 2 thumbs up back. And he just tries to mouth 2 words at you. Go ahead and roll perception.
8.
You can't make out what he's saying, but he's very emphatically like giving you thumbs up, and he's like saying at you. He's just going, "Let me mute and see if you guys can read lips." But you just can't pick it up, Grant. You've had like 3 beers now. This is your normal thing. You're just like, oh. And Idjit, you would have to explain that in the chat, dude. But he gives you a thumbs up, Grant.
Do I see what they're trying to talk to each other like that?
Sure. Roll perception.
Cool. 16.
You would see that he is mouthing 2 words. I say you get one of them. Do you want the first or the second word?
I'll take the second word.
Doll.
I tell him, what about a doll?
Grant, go ahead and roll a history check.
$13.
You got a 13. Also, if any one of you guys own the book, you can show them what a Rentuki looks like, by the way. I can
My
grab one
book
if you
is
guys don't
terrible.
have one nearby.
I don't have the physical.
Blessing to Idjit. Good luck, Fluffy. Oh my god. It's an actual blessing?
Yeah.
Wow, we haven't got to do this yet. Aussie's Pepper, go ahead and roll a D100 in the chat, please. Because I have 100 different blessings here.
It's a nightmare of cuteness.
Yes, there's a D100 for the chat to roll. Someone was rolling earlier. You just put
Yeah.
! D and then 100, and it should roll for you. I'm going to read some of these, because I haven't got to look at these yet, because I thought you guys would be cursing people. He said, I don't know how to do that. Roll for me. All right, I'll roll for you in the chat.
Trying to get a good picture of one.
There we go. 51. What the
That's
type
Aussie's Pepper.
of fuck
Not-
is this? This is so cool.
Does it
You
nope.
see,
It's not
as
showing it.
they got a 51 on my screen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the chat.
Time sort of pauses in this moment for you, Idjit, as you take a sip of your cold beer. You have to pee. You get up and hop off your stool and make your way to the bathroom and take a piss and think about this fight coming forward. When you're done and you're washing your hands, standing up on the large stool to see into the mirror, you see that with each step towards the mirror, it seems to almost react to your presence. Vapors slowly arise from it, almost ominously at first, but then it solidifies. For the next 24 hours, you gain a steam method as your familiar, as if under the Find Familiar spell.
Okay.
Which is actually a pretty cool creature. Armor class 10, 21 hit points, 30 fly, immune to fire, poison, has a death
what was it called?
burst, steam method. You want me to... Oh, I can't send it to you on Discord.
I got.
Innate spell casting, claws, it has a breath weapon. Okay, so a steam method is like this tiny little wispy made of steam demon that sort of floats around in the air, and we're gonna say it's invisible to everybody except you. And as it stares out from the mirror at you, and it goes, "My name's Pepper."
Hi, Pepper and Benji.
No, you're not. You're Idjit, you fucking moron. Too many beers you've had, Idjit. My master sent me here to watch over you.
Okay.
Why? And it's sort of just floating next to you. It's not very big. It's small. It's maybe like the size. It's
size?
about half the
It's not
size.
my size.
About half the size of you, and it's floating up by around your face area. You feel like a sense of coldness and almost death floating off of it.
Oh, well, I guess this is my life today. All right. So, why are you? Whatever. Come on.
My master sent me.
To protect me, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck it. Let's go then.
They
Let's
rented
go
me
see.
out. 24 hours. I'm yours.
Then come with me, buddy.
Pepper's never far behind. You see Pepper's just going to follow you, floating over your shoulder. As you walk back into the bar, nobody seems to really notice. You get up, get back into your seat, and that's it.
I'm so naming it Pepper in my shit right now.
Okay. So I guess the next step is the fight.
Pinoy's new to D&D. And I said, are you making this
wait,
up right
what?
now, or do you have a story planned? And I said, yeah. I said, what does yeah mean, number one or number two?
Yes.
You guys see my hands, bro. I'm just doing D&D. But go ahead.
So I never got the result from that history check. Because the thing.
Doll.
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 the doll.
Oh, what was your history roll?
13?
13, yes.
With a 13, you'd have like an idea. You remember like Jimmy did used to talk about like trying to create a fighter that he could use to test people in the muds, but that was like years ago, and you never really saw that to fruition or anything like that. You've definitely never seen it in a fight.
This could be interesting.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know.
As long as it did.
Okay, you guys have probably an hour until the bar starts to close down. It starts to get dark outside, and they turn this bar from the mud flap into the muds. What would you guys like to do? We'll call this like prep phase, like your prep time. You guys have a couple hours. Is there anything specific you would like to do, Sally?
Sally would just be here in case Idjit needs something. She doesn't know what else to do right now.
Grant?
I'm just gonna go talk to the bookie and see if the odds have been posted for the night already.
Okay, you go over to the bookie. And you see that there's a bunch of like smaller fights set up. Some of the names you know, some of them you don't. These would be like normal patrons. And then you see the ticket event just has Idjit, and then it says versus the machine. And the odds are 10-1. 10 on the machine, 1 on Idjit.
Thinking Idjit's gonna win.
The bookie laughs.
Because that's the other way around, wouldn't it?
10-1 odds in favor of the doll. Like they expect
Yes,
the doll to win, or the machine, whatever I called it.
The machine.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna put 10 gold on Idjit.
Okay, the ancient dwarf holds his grizzled hand out and accepts the coins, makes some notes in his book. Idjit, any preparation you'd like to make?
So when you say protect me, does that mean like if I go into a fight right now, you're gonna be there to help me?
You talking to
Pepper.
Pepper?
Yeah. Like I'm literally just talking to Pepper in
Oh.
front of it. Like
My master says that you're not ready to die yet. If you're gonna die, you have to die down in the sewer so he can have you.
I'm gonna take another sip of beer and be like, okay, well, this will
Sally
be
and
fun.
Grant, if you guys are paying any attention, you see Idjit is spending a weird amount of time sort of talking to himself.
Sally would poke Idjit. She goes, "That's my thing. What are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
You don't see him?
See what?"
You see Pepper like floats up around Sally's face and makes like a little motion like it's farting and does tee and runs back to you. The master made me invisible to everyone but you. I'm your little guardian. We can't let you die. The master wants your organs.
Never mind. Okay. When does this fight start?
Whenever you're ready for it to start. This is your prep time. They've used theirs.
They've used theirs.
Would you like to end your prep time and turn the mud flap into the muds?
Yes.
About 3 hours go by. You guys continue drinking and sort of like keeping your eyes open, checking stuff out. Idjit, you are being literally peppered by Pepper with just random questions and promises, and Pepper's explaining to you why each piece of your body actually holds a lot of value to people that don't have bodies, and that you should take good care of yourself and to eat well and to make sure that you have a good liver. You shouldn't drink that much because Master might need your liver. Stuff like that. But as the time passes, you see that some of the regular patrons, some of the elderly patrons start to move out. Chairs and tables start getting moved out of the way. And a man in a robe approaches the middle of the bar. And when he gets there, you hear the music stops, and Jimmy stands up on top of his inn. And he says, "All right, ladies and gentlemen, you guys wanted to see a real fight? You want to see him fighting down in the muds?" And as you guys are listening to him speak, you see the man with the robes stretches his hands out, and from it pours mud from each hand, almost as if coming from underneath his sleeves or out of his hands themselves. He starts covering the floor in a thick 1-inch deep pile of mud. And from this, some of the bar backs and different people that work there start setting up posts that slide into metal slots in the floor to set up a rudimentary arena of sorts. And as he gives off his spiel, you see more people run to the ancient dwarf to put down bets. A lot of eyeballs are on Idjit as people are looking over like sort of the roster. And the night begins. Human after human come in to the middle of the ring in the mud. They battle. It seems most of it is fisticuffs. Most of it is a lot of fists, a lot of fighting with their hands. But you see some people come in there with daggers. Some people go in there with weapons. Some people bite. Some people do combatives. Some people get close to death, but never does one actually die. Before anything ever gets too bad, Jimmy will come up and call the fight. He separates the fighting men. They choose a victor. The old dwarf pays people out. People drink. People cheer. You guys spend maybe 2 hours watching the fights. As these 2 hours end, Idjit, it is very apparent that your time is coming. People are starting to group up on one side and the other. One side that you guys are standing on, these guys all seem to be Idjit fans, Idjit supporters. Go ahead and roll me a D20 luck check. A nat 1. Are you shitting me? Okay.
I have an
Hey,
inspiration.
someone else turn.
I have an inspiration.
You're going to use your inspiration on this nat 1.
Yes.
All right, fine. Roll again. I hope you get another nat 1 for defying the gods.
Motherfucker. It was a waste, because, yes,
What?
I got another nat 1.
Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Okay.
What is this campaign?
So there was like maybe 20 people on your side and maybe like 30 on the other side. As you hear a quiet come down as Jimmy yells, "All right, get ready for the final event. We've got the Tiny Terror, a new fighter that has found his way to the muds tonight. He's already beaten up Brock. If you were here early enough in the night to get a free fight under your belt, get prepared to see the Tiny Terror versus the Machine." And you see they start to roll out a large, maybe like 8 foot tall, 4 foot wide crate box on a dolly. They wheel it in and they set it right outside of the arena. They motion for you to step inside. And as they roll the box out, you hear like the sound of dismay and a bunch of like, and Idjit, every single one of the people that were on your side of the arena cheering for you put their head down and like sort of like walk over to the other side quietly. Nobody really wants to make eye contact with you. Idjit, the front of the...
That's normal. Like, they either don't or they do, so...
Idjit, as the front of the crate busts open, it falls down flat, and the sides bust open, you see what looks to be a porcelain human. His skin is flawless. He wears no clothes. He has no genitalia to speak of. Gender neutral, asexually correct, whatever you want to call it. I don't know all the cool new words. But genderless, masculine presenting creature. It has eyes.
Ken doll.
Yeah, basically like a Ken doll, but all white.
Okay.
And Jimmy says, "This is the Machine, created deep within the muds to test only the most valiant of fighters. The Tiny Terror versus the Machine." You hear Pepper in your ear go, "I'm pretty sure that's a golem. I think I know why Master sent me now."
Okay, how do you beat a golem?
Well, you start by rolling for initiative as the crowd goes wild. Okay.
20? Nat 20? Or like 20? A natural 20?
I got a 19. I was so in my head, I was like, he's fucked. Okay, so you get a nat 20. You are first on initiative. You see, with almost impossible speed, as soon as they ring the spell, this doll golem rushes forward with almost impossible speed, yet impossibly, Idjit is still faster. Go ahead and take your turn, Idjit.
So, it's how far from me? Like...
It's there.
it's there. And this is no weapons, right?
It is not holding any weapons, but its body looks hard as stone.
I think you can use the hammer.
I'm gonna rage and grab the hammer off my hammer.
You're gonna grab the hammer off your hammer, going into a
No, the
rage.
hammer off my back.
Oh,
Like,
okay, that one. You grab your
Yeah.
back hammer.
My
You
what
go
hammer?
into a rage, and are you rolling to hit?
Yes.
Let's do it, pretty boy.
19.
A 19 will hit.
15.
A 15 will not hit. So your first attack hits, and you're using your Warhammer, correct?
Yeah.
Got you.
Seven.
You got a 7 damage. Okay, you see your Warhammer as you swing it forward and you smack it in the chest. Your Warhammer sort of bounces off it a little bit. You definitely dent it, and you feel that you did some damage, but you can tell that this Warhammer is not doing as much as it should. What else would you like to do for your turn?
Let's see. What am I doing? What am I doing? Not gonna try to bite it. No.
I'm reading chat. That's what I'm laughing about. What does it mean? It's there. It means it's fighting you. You're fighting it. That you're in an arena. It's
Means
small.
It's there.
There.
So.
You're running out of time for your turn.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna not do anything. I'm done.
Okay. You smash it with your Warhammer. Its neck quickly just turns towards you, and it extends an arm out, and the fist launches forward on some type of piston down towards your face. Does a 21 hit.
Yes.
For 13 damage. You feel something crack in your face. The piston goes, and the fist goes right back into its arm, and that's its turn. Sally, Grant, anything you guys would like to do?
I turn to Grant and go, is it acceptable to play music?
Do you know battle music?
I can try.
If you can make some intense shit, sure. If not, don't bother. And I'm
She
just
pulls
gonna
out
go
her
stand
fan
stand
flute.
stand behind Idjit, go, woo! Get his metal ass!
Okay, so Grant and Sally alone on Idjit's side of the arena. Grant is going to start cheering. Sally, you are going to start playing a like a war song.
Yeah, with my pan flute.
Pan flute war song. I'm trying to fucking get there. Roll performance, please. I'm trying to get there.
A 17.
17. You aggressively play the pan flute into the ring. You're really showing how fucking serious this is. This is the most furious pan fluting that they've probably ever seen in the mud flap. I wouldn't say that it's super helpful to Idjit in this moment unless you were trying to give him like a bardic inspiration. Okay. You successfully give Idjit a bardic inspiration.
That's 1d8.
Grant, you start cheering. Go ahead and make me a fucking, I don't know, just a plain charisma check with disadvantage.
Rule of cool.
8.
You're just, like, it seems like you're cheering in your head that much more than you are, but you're mostly lipping that beer. You're just drinking the beer and watching the fight intently because you've been inside the ring and you know how it is. And I would say from your experience, the first round did not go well. Top of initiative, Idjit, impossibly fast. You're incredibly surprised. This thing was incredibly accurate, and it hit you way harder than you thought it was going to. It's your turn.
Let's swing.
Okay, roll to hit.
24.
That hits.
Nat 20.
Holy shit.
On my second one.
Okay, do the damage for the first one first. Let's do that first.
Eight. No. Sorry, 5.
5. Okay. Again, you hit it. It does some damage, but not a lot. And then roll me your percentage dice. Do it in chat now that we know it works. This is for the critical hit table with a blunt weapon.
64.
That is a 64, which is a massive hit. Roll your damage, add it all up, and then multiply by 3.
3 plus.
So you guys see Idjit is
4,
just banging
7,
on this thing's
21.
chest, and then it's not doing a lot of damage, and then he whips his entire little body around, and that sledgehammer takes a full arc and smashes this thing in the knee, doing a significant amount of damage. It definitely wobbles a little bit, and then it refocuses, and the head goes, and it aims its left hand at you, and shoots
What
its
about
hand
my
at you.
familiar?
Oh, you haven't talked to it yet. Would you like to take a bonus action
Yeah.
to do that real quick?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, go ahead. You see Pepper's there.
So,
The Master's not going to like this.
well, then why haven't you told me how to defeat it yet?
Oh, I think if you just hit it more times than it hits you, you're probably going to win this fight.
How about, can you take an attack at it?
I get so nervous. I'm gonna blur. You see, she just sort of like fuzzles, and she casts the blur spell on you with no material components, which basically means this creature now has disadvantage to attack you on its first attack. And since it only has one, I'm going to use the Nat 20 super cool pink die and then one of these band glitter die. Pink die first. Nat 2. It misses. You see its face starts shaking as its cameras or whatever is in it is trying to focus on where you're at, and because of the blur, it swings and goes right past you. This is an innate ability, Fat Boy. It is not a magical spell. Sally, Grant, anything else that you would like to do, or are we moving forward to the next round?
Still playing the plan.
I'm definitely cheering more now.
Still
after that big hit.
Still cheering more. Okay, I'll give you another persuasion check with disadvantage, or charisma, excuse me.
Six.
Woo! Glug, glug, glug. Woo! not convincing a lot of people to switch. You do see the people on the other side are screaming in excitement. This fight has already lasted longer than most of the other ones have. People thought that Idjit was probably going to go down immediately after the first hit, and seeing that they're still fighting, they're really excited. To the top of initiative, Idjit. You're blurry. You know you can hurt it. But you definitely could tell. If this thing was made of flesh, it would be dead already.
Yeah. All right.
Still have my bardic inspiration.
19 and 7, 26.
That's a
to
hit.
I'm going to use the bardic inspiration on that.
Okay.
It's a 7.
Okay.
Plus 7
Okay.
is 14.
Okay.
What does bardic inspiration give me?
1d8.
1d8. 7, 7, and 7, 21.
You bitch. You got him twice. Roll up your damage.
Hey, jackpot.
5, 10, 18.
Okay, you take 2 more severe cracks at it with your warhammer, and you actually hear something smash with the second hit. As you smash into its hip, you see a blue liquid starts leaking out of it from the side. Jimmy is just over there biting his fucking nails watching this fight. He's so nervous. This is the most hurt they've seen the machine get hurt so far. It starts shaking its head as if it's malfunctioning and points its arm back at you and starts launching it at you again. This is still with disadvantage until he hits you. I think blur is in effect until you get hit. 16 misses. I'm going to roll again in case he nat ones, which he did not. Okay. So he shoots his fist at you again to try and hurt you. The blur makes it too much. You hear Pepper is just, he can't get you. The master's going to get you now. This is best. Sally and Grant, back to you guys.
I complete my thing and give him bardic inspiration again.
Oh, boy. Sally, you're just feeding Idjit with inspiration. Grant, what are you doing?
Just the same thing, cheering and drinking.
Okay. Sounds good. I don't think anything cool enough happened to give you another persuasion roll. Idjit, you're up, top of initiative. This thing is shaking a little bit while it walks now, and it is still leaking from the hip, yet it is still moving in your direction and still moving
Okay.
quickly.
So if I understand this correctly, I have 2 inspirations.
Mm-hmm.
I can use
No,
one.
you have one.
No,
You
I have
used your
2.
other one.
Somebody else bought one.
Oh, that way. Okay.
So I
That's
can do,
different. That's a DM inspiration. This is a bardic inspiration. A DM
No.
inspiration is
I'm
different.
talking about the DM inspiration,
Okay, what about
and
it?
I can do rule of cool, right?
Yeah.
So it's already leaking, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna use my inspiration. Hopefully this will work. So I see the leak. I'm gonna tell Pepper to go attack it with whatever, since I wouldn't know what it does. Right?
Okay. Oh.
And to go hit it right at that spot with whatever attack it has.
You're a liar. You looked up his fucking shit. You liar.
I know what he does because but I know what attacks. It's a familiar.
You use. Oh. Okay.
At the same time, I'm gonna swing at its head with my hammer.
Roll to hit twice. Roll to hit twice.
Any day. 19 for the hammer or just straight?
For the method first.
There's 19. Was the roll? Hold on.
That's a hit.
Yeah. And then for the hammer, use it bardic inspiration.
Mm-hmm. I didn't say that. You've got one.
I'm using it.
Okay.
17.
A 17 hits. Okay, so as you launch Pepper, the steam method, it launches into the crease in the destroyed outer exterior of this creature. It goes into there and does a death burst. It sacrifices its life and explodes in a cloud of steam, blowing out that hip and dislocating the leg completely from the rest of the body. You feel the connection with Pepper die. As you're swinging down, smashing the head in completely of the doll golem. You see blue shit is squeaking out everywhere. The crowd is going wild. Jimmy's like, no! The machine! He's rushing forward. He's trying to fucking like help put it back together again. And people are cheering for you, Idjit. Even though you're a little bit hurt, people are coming in. They're already starting to clean up the mud. People are offering you more drinks. Everybody wants to talk to you. Jimmy,
guys, we can talk tomorrow.
they can't even hear your voice. It's so loud, dude. You just won like the championship fight. They're trying to sweep you away to the bar. They're trying to fucking have fun with you. Sally and Grant, you guys are unobstructed from everything here because you guys were on the other side. You see that Jimmy is almost in tears on his hands and knees, like his hand full of like blue goo as he's trying to push it back inside of this doll. Idjit, what would you like to do first as you are immediately encapsulated and surrounded by these adoring humans? They are petting you.
God, stop petting me.
They're petting you.
They swept me over to the bar, right?
Yes, sir.
And I climb on the bar. I take my hammer and I don't slam it down, but I drop it so it's loud enough to make people like
Everybody
stop.
Everybody stops for a second
So they can listen to me. Stop touching me.
They all just start yelling, "No one touches the tiny terror!" And they start screaming and yelling more.
I'm okay with that.
We're going to go to Grant and Sally.
I get a beer.
You guys see Idjit is drinking and being celebrated at the bar after freaking out and telling no one to touch him. Grant, Sally, what would you guys like to do?
I'm going to go collect my winnings.
They give you 100 gold pieces. The ancient dwarf looks at you almost begrudgingly and hands over the winnings. You see one person before you, a human man. You hadn't really noticed him before. He's in line behind you. You see he cashes out off of the Idjit fight with 2,000 gold pieces. It's too much gold to carry, so the ancient dwarf gives him a promissory note, and you see he sits back down quietly with it in his pocket.
I'm gonna go up and talk to that guy.
Okay, you go up to talk to that guy. You see he's sitting down close to the door. Sort of it looks like he's just waiting for them to open it up so everybody can leave.
Let's go. Walk up. Hiya, buddy. You look like you know how to pick 'em too.
He goes, "Yeah, I got lucky. I saw him beat down Brock. That's my boy. I figured Brock had a good chance at that doll, but he didn't have a good chance against that little fucking tiny terror, huh?"
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, but I bet too. I won 20. That's enough to keep me fed and drunk for about a week.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
I just got a DM. That's so funny. Yeah, so he's just making some chit chat with you. Sally, what would you like to do? You see that Idjit is at the bar. Grant is talking about winnings with another patron. Jimmy is still at his little creation.
Because she's playing her pan flute, she's just gonna continue playing it, but change the song up. You know,
Just
give
playing
us some
different music.
entertainment. Why not?
Okay. As you guys are doing
Like
your
the
thing,
rock and roll pan flute.
yeah, you guys are rocking out to the pan flute. Grant, eventually, Jimmy approaches you.
I nod to the guy and go up to Jimmy.
All right, mate, your guy beat my guy.
Man, I didn't even know you got the doll working yet.
Hey, we just got it working. Locke helped us put it together last month. I know that's your buddy. You're gonna have to hit him up and have him come help us. I'll pay him same as I paid him last time, but I'm not gonna be able to get it back up without him.
No, that's fair. He was the best at that shit.
Yeah, you know the big metal fucker. If you see him walking around town, just let me know. All right, Grant. Here. You see,
Yeah, send him right over.
he hands you a black card that has a gold star in the middle of it. He goes, "Look, mate, I can't tell you exactly where it is because I haven't even gotten to that level, man. You know where I live. This is where I'm at, bro. And I just lost my one chance of getting there. Go to this bar," and he tells you to go to the Broken Spear. And he says, "Go to the bartender and tell him that Jimmy sent you. And you show him this card, and you show him your friend, and you tell him that he beat the machine. All right?"
I got you, Jimmy. Thank you.
All right. So for now, take it easy. Let your boy get healed up. It's not going to hurt to come back, do some fights here. I can find some other folks that'll fight him. You know, do fights around the city. There's levels to it. There's a lot of money to be made. Just don't forget who started you off. It was me, Jimmy, down here at the Muds.
Clap him on the shoulder. How could I ever forget you?
Okay. So as you guys are pretty much finishing up the night, finishing off drinks, having fun with everybody, everybody's really excited. They're very, very... nobody learned your name yet, Idjit. They're still calling you the Tiny Terror, but
Okay with it.
it's a lot of love that you're getting either way. Eventually, they open up the front door and they release you guys back into the town. You see a lot of people are drunkenly walking off into different directions, most of them leaving this area. Grant, your house is in this neighborhood, basically, so you're already pretty much home. What would you guys like to do?
I'd
Look
like
at
to
the
go
other
to
two.
I go to Grant, ask him.
Yeah. So do you want to take the long walk back to your place, or do you want to head over to mine and you know, kids could like grass on the floor or something?
I'm okay with going to your place.
Either way.
Okay, because it's like 5 minutes.
Okay.
So I take him to my place.
All right, so you guys walk back. Sally, Idjit, you start recognizing this area as literally heading towards the alleyway where you guys lost Locke. And as you get to the corner, you see a shining light coming from the sewer.
Has that light always been there?
That's not normal.
Sally wants to go over there.
As you guys approach it, you see, standing on top of the sewer grate by itself, maybe the size of your fist, is a single stone with one of Locke's runes on it to be lit up.
Sally picks it up.
And that's where we're going to end tonight's stream.
Oof.
Well,
So-
that's not where we're going to end tonight's stream. That's what we're going to end tonight's D&D.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
So how do you like my little barbarian there, buddy?
He's a fighter.
That worked out great.
Any last words from Sally?
Catch me here almost every day of the week.
Any last words from Grant?
I can't wait to do this voice even more.
And last but not least, Ozzy/Idjit.
Bring it. I'm ready for the next fight.
Okay. So, guys, we are going to go back to the starting soon D&D screen, and it's going to stay up that way for maybe 15, 20 minutes. I'm going to go put my son to sleep, make sure my wife is good, and then I'll be getting back on to play some Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, probably. So, anybody who remains will be doing that in about 20 minutes, if not less. Other than that, thank you guys so much for coming. If you're seeing this on YouTube, remember, like and subscribe down below, so that we can keep doing this. Bye.